Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Anissa, also known as the Spiritual Mermaid or Your Soul Awaits, okay? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions, okay? If you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and go ahead and check out some of my videos, okay? For personal readings, okay, you would have to book through my website. I do not message or email or anything like that for readings, okay? Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the deep, okay? Today we are talking about Mercury Retrograde. You guessed it, that's right. Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde, okay, on Mercury Day on August 23rd, okay, 2023, in the lovely earth sign of Virgo. So this Mercury retrograde is happening, okay, in the sign of Virgo, okay, in the earth sign of Virgo. So, of course, most importantly, you have to know where you actually have your Virgo placement at in your chart, okay, whether it's the first house of self, whether it's the seventh house of relationships, okay. That's important to know because that allows you to get a little bit more, not even a little bit, allows you to get a lot more insight and more in-depth information as to what the Mercury retrograde transit could bring you, and really and truly for any of the transits, okay. Knowing your chart is a part of knowing yourself. This is how you learn about yourself. This is how you learn about your weaknesses, your strengths, the areas that you need to work on, the areas that you can improve, okay. The positive and the quote-unquote negative, right? But nothing is really, it just is, okay. We'll say that for the sake of this. Now, the polar opposite sign of Virgo is the sign of Pisces, okay? So we're going to be having that Virgo Piscean energy in the air, right? Some of us, okay, may be in the head a lot right now, maybe overthinking, okay, worrying, over analyzing, okay, trying to just, and it's like, just take a step back, okay, because it's the unknown, right? It's something that you probably can't see. You're trying to find out little different things, or maybe you're paying attention to all the signs and everything. However, maybe you just feel like something is still being hidden from you, right? Or something's a bit off, okay? Remember, Pisces is the sign of the subconscious mind, okay? The sign of the hidden enemies, okay? Spirituality, addictions, endings, okay? For the sake of this conversation, though, it's the subconscious mind, okay? So it's key for us to pay attention to our mindsets at this time, finding out, okay, what are the thought patterns that I keep telling myself, okay, that I keep putting myself in, okay? Am I holding on to negative thinking, okay? What areas, what makes me get into this negative mindset, or get into this lower mindset of overthinking and worrying and contemplation and trying to dig and research it, right? That's what you're being asked to do right now at this time with the Mercury in retrograde transit, okay? Now, if you don't know what retrograde necessarily means, of course, retrograde means that the astrological body, okay, is moving backwards in motion. Retrograde simply means backwards in motion, okay? So whether it's Jupiter going retrograde, which we do have that coming up soon in September 4th, okay? Whether it's Mars retrograde, Saturn retrograde, Saturn, Neptune are in retrograde right now in the sign of Pisces as well, okay? So again, retrograde means that the planet is going backwards in motion. And the reason why that planet is going backwards in motion, well, think about it. When you pick up something, right, or you have something that you're studying for, and you know you've done the work, you know you've done this, however, you have to pick up that review book, right, just to refresh your memory, just to make you see, you know, that's what's being asked of you right now at this time, okay? So to review and to reflect and see, where do I need to make the necessary changes, okay, when it comes to my mind, and then you can dig a little deeper and figure out more specifically, right, not just your mindset, right, because it depends on the house placement as well, okay? So for example, in the 5th house, the house of creativity, okay, maybe you're having these limiting beliefs surrounding your creativity. Maybe you feel like you're not creative enough, or maybe you feel like you don't have the energy to create, or you don't have the mindset to create. You know, maybe you're comparing yourself to these other beings that you shouldn't be doing. You should only be focused on you and yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if your mindset surrounding your creativity, right, then you got to go deeper and figure out, okay, well, why is this my mindset in general? The 5th house can also be is the children's house as well, Leo house, so that inner child energy. Maybe there's something that you used to create and people used to always say, oh no, that's not good enough, or that's ugly, or you know, you don't know, you know. You see where I'm going with this? Okay, so That's pivotal, that's key, okay? Mercury retrogrades, it does not matter what sign that it's in, it always brings up miscommunications, delays within communications, okay? We also see a little bit of technological glitches, okay, or delays or problems, just weird stuff going on when it comes to like your phone or your laptops, okay, your TVs, okay? Just trust the process, take a step back when things start acting up, close everything out, just go away from your phone, go away from your laptop, whatever it is, okay, and then come back to it, okay? Now, this Mercury retrograde, as I stated, this one is happening at 21 degrees, okay, which is a Sagittarius degree, okay? So if you pay attention to your Sagittarius placements, if you pay attention to your Virgo placements and to your Pisces placements, I feel that this will tell a little bit more of a story for you on where Mercury is asking you to do a little bit of research at and, you know, dig into your mental space at, okay? Review, reflect, sit with yourself in that isolation moment or in your hermit mode, okay, energy. Now, Mercury, right, is the planet of communication, short distance travel, okay, thinking, intellect, memory, okay, can also be seen as more of the lower mind, right, whereas Sagittarius is more of the higher mind. They do rule higher knowledge, okay, the ninth house, okay, a lot of people like to call it the God house, essentially, okay, the enlightenment house, okay. So at 21 degrees, that is the last Sagittarius degree, okay, that last decan of that Sagittarius degree. So of course, if you, again, I said, if you are a Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or a Pisces, you will feel, okay, this Mercury retrograde transit a little bit more, a lot more deeper, honestly, or you may feel the energies of it. And remember, Mercury retrograde, it goes into a shadow period about a week or two, I believe sometimes 3 weeks before it actually goes into retrograde. So maybe you've already been having a bit of miscommunication with people, okay? Maybe things have been a bit misconstrued, okay? Maybe you're waiting to receive communication right now at this time, okay? That can also be something that comes from this Mercury retrograde transit, okay? If you've been waiting on emails from people, you know, from certain companies or from certain businesses, or you're waiting on a certain letter from the GOVT, okay? Maybe you're, you know, waiting to hear back from that friend that you haven't heard from, whatever the case may be, okay, that also can be coming forth during this Mercury retrograde as well, okay? Now, Mercury is at home when he is in the sign of Virgo, okay? Mercury is the planetary ruler for both the sign of Gemini and Virgo. So anytime Mercury is in Gemini, Virgo, baby, he's at home doing his thing, living it up, okay? That's why it may feel a little bit more intense, because he's really in a comfortable spot, okay? And he's just doing what he has to do, right? Now, Mercury is also the planet of the siblings, okay, the cousins. So maybe you have been finding yourself communicating more with your siblings, okay? Maybe your siblings have been more in your mind, okay? Maybe you're finding yourself thinking about them. Maybe you're just spending more time with them. Maybe you guys are getting ready to go on a short distance trip. Maybe you just came back from taking a trip somewhere, okay? Maybe somebody is moving homes or locations at this time, okay? Maybe you're helping your siblings with their health. Maybe you're helping them with their mindset. You see how there's really a plethora of things, right, that this Mercury and Virgo transit can truly bring, right? So again, text messages, phone calls, emails, appointments, all of that right now is going to be a little shaken up and delayed. So think, if you're talking with somebody and they're like, oh, I didn't get this, don't go crazy, right? Because they possibly did not get that. Like for me personally, certain calls have not been coming through, but I've been getting voicemail. And it's like, okay, what's really going on? That's a little, you know, that's a little interesting, that's a little odd. However, it's Mercury retrograde. Even your speech, okay, because Mercury is the planet of communication, right? Your speech right now could be funny. Maybe the past few weeks or so, because I know I definitely have, okay, you are sending voice messages or you're talking to people and you're kind of like stumbling over your words, or certain stuff is not coming out right. It's jumbled up. Maybe the end of your sentence is like the beginning of your sentence, okay? This is Mercury. This is Mercury. This is Mercury retrograde and Mercury retrograde shadow period, okay? So trust the process of everything that's going on right now. Mercury retrograde will last until, I believe, September 15th. Okay, so from August 23rd to September 15th. That's about 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, 3 to 4 weeks. Usually Mercury retrograde is about 3 to 4 weeks, so that's about right. I do have a retrograde calendar on my Instagram page where I have all the different planets and the dates that they go retrograde and how long they'll stay in retrograde, okay? Now, during this Mercury retrograde transit, okay? It's really key and pivotal here to be grounded, right? Earth sign energy, Virgo, right? It's key to be grounded right now at this time, okay? Do not allow yourself to go all up in your mind and be over worrying and thinking, contemplating, doing all of that, and fearing the unknown, because again, like I say, Pisces is the sign of the unknown, okay? Of what's hidden in the hidden enemies, okay? Your subconscious mind. Whereas Virgo is the sign of overthinking, okay? Working, health, routines. This may have you wanting to go, do all that. Then you may be fearful of it, right? Or maybe you are, you know, applying to be some type of health mentor. You know, you're trying to get into juicing, or, you know, whatever the case, something like that of that nature with health, right? Maybe it's a new gym that you want to go into, but you're overthinking all the people in the gym and thinking everybody's going to be looking at you, and it's just the fear of the unknown because you can't see it because you're not there yet. We have to let go of the fear, and we have to learn to trust in the invisible, okay? To trust in the divine's plan, okay? Because if you knew and saw every little thing, what would the excitement truly be of life, right? So we have to allow things to come to us and to unfold naturally, okay? So stay grounded. Be sure to say your affirmations, okay, at this time, okay? Be sure to just pay attention to your mental space. Write, journal. Those thoughts that keep bothering you, those feelings that keep bothering you, write them out, journal them out, and then go burn them and release them, okay? Because they no longer serve you. I just caught 10 on the timer, okay? So that's definitely a message for someone, okay? Remember, during Mercury retrograde, this is not a time to start any new projects at this time, starting any new contracts, okay? So like signing up for certain things, just if you do have to sign up for something, make sure that you are really reading the fine print, okay? I'm just gonna leave that at that. Make sure you are reading the fine print, okay? Oh my gosh, it just slipped my brain. This is Mercury. I'm gonna say one more thing about that. Yeah, just hold off on any new anythings, honestly. Even a new routine necessarily, like this is a time to sit back and see, okay, where could you make some necessary changes to fit into a better routine. Don't necessarily just start doing it though, because you're going to feel very wonky. You're going to feel all over the place. You're going to feel a bit shaken up. You're going to feel like everything's going to be a little cluttered, okay? 11/11, and that's for a reason, okay? So your to-do list, your usual routines, they're going to be shaken up a bit. They're going to be shaken up a bit. Maybe you're used to going one way, but now all of a sudden that exit is closed, or that road is closed, so now you got to find a detour. All that is for a reason. Remember, Mercury rules short distance travel. You don't even realize though that maybe that trip or that detour is taking you somewhere for you to see a sign somewhere. More than likely, not even more than likely, it is. It definitely is, okay? So just let go, right, of the need for the control and trying to figure everything out, right? That perfectionist energy, because that is definitely Virgo energy as well, being the perfectionist, okay? Remember, Virgo is also the sign of service to other people, okay? So right now, be of service to yourself, be of service to your own mind right now, to your own mental health, okay? That's really important right now, guys. Especially Virgo and Pisces being mutable signs, okay? The mutable sign energy is people-pleasing sign, okay? People-pleasing energy, okay? You are overextending yourself for someone else at the cost of your own health or your own mental or your own, you know, abundance and wealth and transformations, and that's not fair to you, okay? So learn to release that and let that go. You're being asked to flow right now at this time, okay? Yeah, we're not in the water sign season. However, Mercury retrograde, again, in Virgo, and Pisces is the opposite sign or polar opposite, okay, of Virgo. This is how you're going to maintain that balance, okay? The moon is still in Libra today. This is how you maintain the balance. Balance is going to be key, because even though the moon will be in Scorpio, okay, on the day that Mercury goes retrograde, again, another water sign, so the moon will be there. So flowing is really a key thing here, okay? Again, I say Pisces is also a water sign, though, represented by the two fishes. Just flow at this time. Breathe, focus on your breath work, focus on you, your health, okay, especially your mental health, okay, especially your mental health is being asked of you at this time. Pay attention to anything in your body that's calling out to you, that's standing out, okay? Virgo rules, let me see, I'm trying to think, because Leo is the back and the spine and the heart, so Virgo would be, I want to say Virgo is like maybe the internal organs, like the intestines and things of that nature, but please don't quote me on that. I actually do have a video over all of the body parts that each zodiac sign will move over if you're interested in that. Okay, so again, I truly hope this helps you guys. Remember, Mercury retrograde, it's not here to beat you up unless you do not allow Mercury to do what Mercury is trying to do for you for the betterment of yourself. Remember, all these astrological transits that are happening is for the betterment of you. It's all pushing you closer towards your destiny. If you use the time wisely, if you use the energy correctly, okay, it will continue to push you forward, okay? Remember to take every day, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour at a time. Stay here in the present, okay, and stay grounded and stay focused, okay? I will do another video of Mercury retrograde through the houses, okay, on you know, what you may need to know at that time, okay, or you know, whatever I feel called that Spirit is telling me to tell you guys about. I'll say call, oh my goodness, tell you guys about, okay, when it comes to this Mercury retrograde and Virgo transit, as well as I will do a card pull, okay, for the rising signs and go through the houses for you all. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscriptions. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and give your girl a subscribe. For personal readings, the link is below, okay? Feel free to leave me your thoughts, your comments, okay? Ask me questions, okay? It's free 99, you guys. It's the free video, okay? Sending much love, light, and alignment to you all. And have a beautiful day. Happy Mercury retrograde.